Hello, my name is Tracy Foster, and for my presentation I had chose the VTech Stroll and Discover Activity Walker, a walker for babies. It is a baby toy usually for kids from about 4 months up to 2 years. It helps them with cognitive, physical, and socio-emotional development. Um, it has a lot of features. I will show you a picture. You can see that you can walk. Has the wheels that you can learn to walk with it. It has different gadgets on the front of it. The front of it does come off, and you can put the front of it on the floor with the baby if the baby is just crawling around. And you have different things that you can open and close, that you can move up and down. There's a lot of features with this particular item. When it comes to their cognitive abilities, the infants, when they are first using the toy, they can use some of the items on the toy that move up and down or open and close to help them with learning object permanence. Object permanence is where the child understands that the object that is in view, even though it's closed and not in view, that it still exists outside the fact that it's not seen. That is object permanence. There are certain types of object permanences where the child would see that this other object is covered and then understands that it's there, but if you were to move it to another spot and open it, it wouldn't understand until later on down the road when it understands complete object permanence. The type of object permanence where if you move the object from one location to another is called A to B search error, and the infants don't understand that it still exists, just in a different spot. Functions. With their motor functions, they need to be able to have objects that they can spin, move, change direction, that they can reach for. So this way they can use those objects to help them with sitting up or crawling or movement that would help them with greater physical motor abilities. Later on, in a couple months down the road, after they're about close to a year old, they can use the whole function in order to help them physically go from crawling to walking. So they can use their motor functions that way as well. As for the socio-emotional development of the child, this toy helps them, because if they're younger and they don't understand how these things function, the caretaker can come over and help them with showing them how this item rolls, or how this item lifts up, or how this item makes noise. And then the infant can learn that this object is supposed to roll, or this object is supposed to lift, or this object is supposed to make noise. It helps them have that companionship with their caretaker to help them develop their social abilities. Based on all this research, I do see that this toy can be beneficial to the infant growing into 1 to 2 years old, and will be helpful with all of these three pointers: physical, cognitive, and socio-emotional development. I also recommend that mothers or caretakers do purchase this item in order to help their infants develop into the brain functions and physical functions and the social functions that they need to be at that level. Thank you so much for listening to my presentation. I hope that it was very informative, and hope you have a great day.